Hey guys, what's up? Geared Win here. I'm going to be actually trying to paint my Halloween 2018 Michael Myers mask from Trick or Treat Studios by myself. I figured I was going to hire somebody to do it, but I soon decided that I'm kind of just wanting to do it myself because I'm crafty and that is how I do things. So let me show you what I got here. I've watched a few tutorials online on how to do this. So I'm just gonna try, and if I mess it up then I'll pay somebody to do it. So that's just how it is. So first step, I went and I looked at pictures of the actual hero mask that they had in the film. I looked at the collar and where certain things were and how some of the cracks on the mask actually were all the way through. So what I went ahead and did was I went ahead and kind of cut the mask slightly. So we have some opening here, so you can see my fingers through that stuff, and the big one here. I'll cut that, and I actually made the hole in the neck an actual hole, so you can actually see through it, give it more of a real look to it around the eyes. It kind of, obviously, like the masks that actually age over time, they actually do end up cracking literally, and they move like that, and just how it deteriorates in real life. So I'm going to be trying this out and trying to take you step through step. I don't have a holster for this, or I should say a tripod or whatever, to hold the camera while I do it. So I just try to film periodically through the stages. So this is it now. You can see that there's just a lot of brownish color on the nose, up in the eyes, and the lips, and a few over here, obviously, and then around the neck it's kind of got that here and there. Around the side here is pretty nice too. So I'm just going to take my three colors here, kind of mix them. So we got Snow White at the farthest end, we got regular black in the center, and then we have light mocha, which I'm going to try and blend in with the white, kind of make it a little bit brighter. And to make the gray wash, I'm going to mix the white and black, obviously, and I'll see what kind of colors I can get going on this mask. I'm going to do water, a little bit of water and paint, just kind of get the thickness lightened up, so I can actually just kind of lightly put layers on. So if I like it better when it has like a thin layer of white on it, to where some of this dark line is kind of still visible, because I heard that's the hardest thing to get, is the creases black, because you have to have a fine brush. I don't have any brushes, so I'm just gonna have to use a rag to dab it on, and yeah, just kind of do it like that, and then kind of do the whole gray wash, and then some of the brownish, just like alternate between colors. It's going to take some time, but I'm interested to see what I can do with it, so stay tuned. Okay, so this is what it looks like with the first coat of white. It's a lot brighter, obviously, but see how I wanted to do a thin layer, because I wanted to keep the lines still that I could see them. And I'm going to probably, I don't know, it's dried up right now, so I'm trying to see if I want to add more white to the back. It's the hardest place to get because the hair. I want to add more white, or if I want to start adding some darker, if I want to try and do that gray wash and see what it looks like after that. I don't know. I'll decide and then show you guys. Okay, so I actually got my gray wash semi-done. I started doing the gray wash, and then I realized that I forgot to put the skin tone around the neck like it had in the first movie. So I got that light mocha, and I mixed it in with some white to kind of make it a little bit more skin tone and less noticeable. And then after I get that done, which I'm pretty satisfied right now because it's not so thick. I accidentally applied it too thick right there, but it is what it is. But I'm already starting to like the way the mask looks, because it looks a lot more movie cinematic with it being gray like that. So I started up here. I I got all the way around here and it was running, and so now I'm gonna gray wash around the neck and the rest of the mask so it actually looks pretty good. So stay tuned. Okay, so this is what it looks like so far. I kind of went overboard with the gray, so I started to take a damp cloth and wipe away a lot of the gray, and it started revealing some of the stock paint, which right there. So I kind of used it to my advantage to kind of blend in a lot of this skin tone on the neck, and on the camera it looks a lot. It looks, I don't know, it looks better on the camera, to be honest. So I just tried to highlight some areas using that original paint color. From what I've seen in some pictures and everything, it had some lighter areas, like where the sideburns used to be was kind of lighter, and around the hole it seemed to have a little bit more of a skin tone, and you know, just a couple key areas. It's looking pretty good around the neck. I like the way it looks because I can rub away on the bottom. It just kind of leaves a little bit of clouding of that color of the skin tone, and it's drawing a matte finish, so it makes it look and feel a lot older than the stock mask did. It doesn't have much of a shine to it anymore. So what I'm gonna have to do is, after I'm done doing all the painting and stuff, I'm going to style the hair. And once I find that right balance of white, because in the film it looks brighter than it does on this camera, it's just hard to really get a good look at it on this camera the way it looks in person. So I'm going to try and do a nice white wash with it and let it sit for a bit, and just kind of go from there. Just try to keep blending this paint and seeing if I can come up with this good balance of color, because right now it just looks way too gray to me. So we'll see. Alright, I'm finally finished with it. Actually, I like the way it looks now. It's not so gray. I put a little bit more white into it. Took a long time to blend this into something that, you know, like the way that the dark cracks transition into the white. So it's I don't know, I'm satisfied. It doesn't look as yellow as it did when I first got it. Obviously it's not perfect. You know, the hair could use better styling. I've seen other hairs, but I just kind of get that H1 look with the hair. It's kind of bumped up in the top. Sorry, I'm not getting any good angles with this, but got the grit on the nose and around the eyes and on the lips. Make sure that keep a little skin tone around that hole there. And that stuff right there, that's actually liquid latex that was on the mask when I first got it. It's all over the thing. So it's not my bad. I like it. Because some of the yellow shows through, because I took some wet cloth and wiped it in some areas. And it came through because I didn't use liquid latex with the paint that I used. I just used the acrylic paint. And I think it's a lot better doing that, because if you mess up, it's easier to really wipe it off. To my knowledge, that liquid latex kind of makes it set in stone. So I'm pretty happy with it. Looks good. I think the hair could be restyled, like I said. But other than that, that's my rendition of H40 2018. Nice. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.